Welcome back. Another episode of the There Will Be Bond podcast. Can't do it with a straight face, Rob. The Bullet Award nominated podcast. I'm Pete Brooker. That's Rob Smith. How are we doing today, Rob?
I'm good, thanks, Pete.
Great. Recording this on Tuesday, 15th of April. On the agenda today, we're covering minutes 99 and minute 100 of Casino Royale.
It's exciting.
Please
Minute
be seated.
100.
Please be seated, be seated. So if you've been listening to this from the beginning, give yourself a good hard look in the mirror and ask, what the hell has become of my life? Because I know I do that every morning. Rob, I know you do the same.
All my life.
Yep. What? I was going back through the minutes earlier today, trying to figure out when you jumped on like full time. Can you remember?
Sometime last summer. I can't remember. It seems like a lifetime ago now. We'd have to work it out.
All right. So yeah, I think I looked at it about minute 55 and you came on, and then you were constant after that. So you've been on this definitely for about halfway.
Yeah, it feels like it.
That's the voice inside every listener's
And how much
head.
more have we got of this?
Oh god.
Another
And I think it's another 44 minutes.
44 minutes. So at least we're over halfway. That was a while ago now, so that's good.
I've stopped looking at it though. You know, when you think, when's it going to end? Well, I'll tell you what. When we get to at least the last half an hour, I think I might start chalking it off on the wall. Okay, so again on the agenda, last week we were awash with Bond news. It feels like, Rob. But what else we got? Listener mail, and on the Patreon show we're going to record after this. We'll be doing a special on James Bond and the CIA because it's Lois Charles's birthday today. Today.
She's 78 today.
78, yeah. And you really wanted to talk about it because you had this in the diary.
I like Lois Charles.
Yeah.
We need to talk about her.
All right. So we'll be doing a Lois Rhapsody, I think, in the Patreon show, and you never know, hilarity might ensue. But Rob, first off, kick it off. Have you been up to anything Bondian this week?
Well, Pete, you know I always dread this question.
I know. But it's actually quite good because you always keep it as a surprise. You never tell me.
The answer is yes.
Oh, what's going on, Rob?
And it's not just eating little scarlet jam, although I do that now.
Or driving past a manor house.
No, I visited the manor house.
Oh, you went inside, sorry.
Quarterdeck, so that's very much, I count that. So on Saturday, I wore my Coral Thunderball shirt. Thought you'd like that.
Your coral-coloured Thunderball shirt.
Yes.
Because it was that hot.
Oh, yeah, it was warm on Saturday.
Was,
yeah. And I was like, let's wear something bright and colourful today because it's going to be our last day of sunshine before the fucking rain comes. So I put on this nice shirt that I bought for my trip to the Bahamas. And it's exactly the same as the shirt that Sean wears in Thunderball.
And where did you get it?
Marks and Spencer's. It's not because I know, is it All Bar Brown do one?
Well, All Bar Brown did one. Mason and Sons, I believe, did one as well.
Yeah.
I want to say.
So
I've got one. So I've got the pink one, but I've got a pink one from Mason and Sons.
The one that I've got cost a fraction of those ones.
Have you got the blue shorts as well?
No.
What about the Curry and Paxton sunglasses?
No, I don't. No. I've got the coral shirt. Okay, that's enough. I have worn that shirt before. I have had people asking me about that shirt on that holiday, the Bahamas holiday, and in other holidays since then. And they were like, "Oh, you got that shirt? Oh, well, where'd you get that from? How much was that? You know?" And I'm like, £20 from Marks and Spencer's.
Very good.
That does the job. People think it's the real deal. So there you go. What about you, Pete? Have you been up to anything Bondian this week?
Well done, Rob. That's sweet. You put on a James Bond shirt. Yes. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. And quite an old one by the sound of it, if you've taken it on previous instalments.
Well, so what? You should... No,
£20. Like it was a big investment. I can sense this was an investment piece for you.
Yes.
Very
exactly.
Good.
I don't have money to burn on clothes.
No, it's a big deal.
Spending it all on cars.
That's right. Well, okay, so anything Bondian this week? Well,
yes.
I had a couple of options this week, actually, because did the historic dockyards down in Chatham, which was the finale of the...
Yes.
Actually, it's close to you, isn't it? Of the World Is Not Enough, the boat sequence.
Close to me?
It's not far.
I don't live in Kent. I live in Surrey.
Yeah, but I drove through... You're in Leatherhead way, right? Yeah, I drove through Leatherhead on the way back, and it was only about an hour from there to there.
Oh, you probably came round on the M25, didn't you?
Yeah. So what is it? About an hour away?
Junction 9 on the M25, Leatherhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
Right.
Yeah. So not that far then.
Well,
can we deduce it's an hour is not
about
that far
an hour,
in the car?
Yeah.
And you've never been there, right?
No.
Right. Okay. Very good.
It's a bit grim, Chatham.
Well, the place is, but the dockyard still has some of its old mystery.
Actually, I have been there on a Morris Minor run. Yeah, we finished in Chatham years ago, and I thought, God, not coming back here.
anyone living in Chatham, I apologise.
Yes,
but
I'm sorry.
It is a shithole. I mean,
It is.
I drove through it, and Anastasia was like, "Where the hell have we?
Why have you brought us here?"
Exactly. Crikey, blimey.
So that was good. So that was your
no. Well, so okay, I did that.
Yes,
I did that.
Jolly good.
I went to Fleming's house in Victoria. That was pretty cool.
Oh yes,
yeah,
I've been there. It's good. That.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I think he didn't die in that house, but he owned it up until he died.
Yeah, it's flats now, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's worth.
Oh no! So there's a couple. So there's Ebury Street where it has a plaque.
Yes.
Yeah, I went there as well.
Oh, sorry, I thought that's
no, you're right.
Because that's near Victoria.
Yep, that's right. I did that as well, but I also did 16 Victoria Square.
Ah, I've never been there.
That's where he went after the From Russia with Love premiere. So they all filed back there and had a good old knees up
really?
at Fleming's place there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very nice, very nice.
Nice.
And
gosh, you have been busy.
Oh, but the Chatham, for people asking, that's where Bond comes out from the cube boat, smashes through the canoe club, and then he's on land and he's driving through this fish market almost in the cube boat before he then goes through a restaurant and he's back in the Thames. That's all the way like 2 hours outside of London.
Yeah.
Anywho, Rob, I tell you what, I did have a real anything Bondian because I'll read it to you because it's good. I'm in Viz
the
magazine.
Whole thing?
No, I won't read the whole thing.
That'll be our 30 minutes gone.
Look, if you've seen my Instagram account over the last few days, you will have realised that I published the picture of my feature in Viz magazine. It's a whole page spread, Rob. Whole page.
Very proud of you, Pete.
It says,
well done.
So anyone that doesn't know what Viz magazine is, it's a satirical magazine here in the UK. It's a comic. It's quite puerile. It's very sweary, but it's very, very funny.
It's a comic for adults,
basically. It's a comic for adults, thank you. Yeah. And this is a parody article that I wrote called For His Eyes Only, Lost Bond Manuscript Found Under Gasfitter's Bedsit Sofa. So I won't read the whole of it, but it's about a guy who basically owes a lot of money to loan sharks, and he's manufactured this script and pretended that it's underneath his sofa, and he's pretended that Ian Fleming used to live in this bedsit. I'm laughing because I wrote it, and it's a funny gag. It's a funny gag.
It is.
But I will read a tiny excerpt from the lost manuscript. Okay. Are you ready? Called Shoot First, Spy Later by Ian Fleming, page 37. And he said, "That's me out," and tipped the croupier a $5 and went to cash his chips in and went to the bar. He paid for his Stella and took Miss Mellons up to the Premier Inn Plus room, which came with a mini fridge and snacks. Inside the room, Miss Mellons said to Bond, "I loved the way you beat Le Croissant at poker, especially when you went all in." Bond said, "I bet you did, love. I bet you did." Bond knew what Miss Mellons was after. He was wearing a tuxedo and she was wearing a dress, and they ripped each other's gear off. Bond said, "Would you like me to show you how I go all in between the sheets?" Then Miss Mellon said, "Yes, please." And you get the idea. It's a terribly written manuscript. Anyway, so that was my anything Bondian. I got featured in Viz magazine, which is actually one of my real highlights. I love getting featured. Love getting featured in Viz magazine. Nothing like print.
Have you bought up all the copies?
Well, actually, when you would get into Viz magazine, they would send you a copy of the.
Okay.
Just for free.
Because you're screwing that up, so don't damage it, because you want to keep that for posterity.
I know. I do.
Buy another one and cut it out and frame it or something.
I will do.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. You can frame it. You can have it by your bedside.
Oh, thank you, Pete.
Well, crikey, we're getting on, Rob. Well, what we got? We've got
minute 99.
We've got minutes to crack on. Crikey.
Yeah.
Cue the music.
But he just paused it and played back. I said, "Oh, at least you pressed record." I said, "Well, that's not what happened in the bomb buzz." Poor old John Orty. recorded a whole episode and then haven't pressed record.
Oh God!
Could you imagine? And do it all again.
I think I've done something similar.
You did the other week when we were doing a bit of the news, or it was an answer to Tom Sear's question, and you hadn't pressed record, and we had to record our answer again.
Yeah, we had to laugh at our own jokes.
It wasn't as good the second time.
No, the first. It never is.
No,
never is.
Because you're trying to be as good, and it's just not natural. And his poor podcasting partner, Bonita.
Oh, dear
woman.
God.
It's not even her fault. She had to do it all again.
Right, minute 99 is brought to you by Prop Store. Oh, Rob, did you see what I posted on Instagram?
About the Thunderball.
No, that's yours. That's your pink shirt. That's not up for auction. That cost 20 quid from Marks and Spencer.
No, but they're auctioning those Thunderball.
It's fine. Don't worry. You don't pay attention. It's the trousers, the fencing trousers. The Pierce Brosnan wore. Yeah.
Oh yes,
they're
I
like
did see those.
The starting bid is 175 quid.
So they actual trousers from
the film that you wore, that you sweated in. That is.
You're going to buy them.
Bits and bobs were jangling around in as he lunged, and he really did lunge in them. So you got to imagine
it's getting that film. That's why it's so. No one wants anything from that film.
It's pretty good though. If I was sitting here right now in Pierce Brosnan's trousers that you fenced in, Die Another Day.
I mean, that is a good scene. To be fair,
it is
in a shit film. That is a good scene.
It's a brilliant scene.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want anything from that film though.
Madonna aside, you know, Elton John has made up with Madonna. Did you see that in the news?
No,
because he said Die Another Day was the worst Bond song that's ever written and recorded.
Worst song?
Yeah, worst song. And that caused a big rift between Elton and Madonna.
Ah, but I didn't know that.
20 odd years later,
they've made up.
He's apologised.
Oh.
I wish he didn't. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he said I shouldn't have said it out loud. That's what he should have meant. Right. Okay. So it's brought to you by Prop Store. Do check it out. We'll leave a link in the show notes. All of the lots and the James Bond props all up there, and it's an exciting auction this time around. So do check it out.
And they've still got that other auction, haven't they, of Thunderball metering and stuff, haven't they?
Yeah, no, it's all up there. You can still get it. Right, Rob, where did we leave it? Can you remember?
Well, it was that scene, wasn't it, where he's dying in the car?
Oh God! All right, you're right.
Yes.
Okay, and he's just come to.
He's just come to, and he said, "You're right." She said, "Me."
There we go. Let's pick it up here, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll get you stuff off to hospital. I will do. As soon as I've won this game.
We're not seriously going back there.
I wouldn't dream of it. Bet 1 million. Call it. Call or in. Gentlemen, shut down, please. 2 pair, aces and sevens. Queen plays. Wins. I'm sorry. That last hand. It killed me.
Gentlemen, with this chip exchange, we enter the final phase of the game, which means no more buy-ins. The big blind is now $1 million.
Oh, Rob! Oh, God, we just got in time. How about that? Oh, well, the blind's gone up, hasn't it? We know that. The big blind as well. Gone up to $1 million.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Walk me through the minute.
Well, so he's gone back in, hasn't it? He didn't go off to hospital.
Too many.
And Felix isn't happy, is he? Because he's being wiped out. There's no sign of Bond. And then Bond comes in, and then he says that line, doesn't he? That's wonderful line. Oh, I'm sorry. That last hand nearly killed me.
Yeah,
it's great.
That gets a big laugh
at
the screenings. I've been to one screening of that where.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's brilliant, and it's nice to have a bit of humour, isn't it? Because we've had a lot of serious stuff going on in this film.
But there's two back to back, really. You're not going back in there. I would dream of it. The face he pulls as well. That gets a laugh in the screenings.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe it was just the one that I went to, but they laughed at that, and that last hand nearly killed me. I mean, it's a good line.
It is brilliant.
Yeah.
The best line in
good
the
delivery.
film.
Yeah.
Best line in the film, I think. Really.
Best line.
Yeah, I would say. I think so. It's certainly one of the most memorable. I mean, Mads Mikkelsen's face. It's just brilliant, isn't it? That expression on his face. He can't believe he's come back in. What the hell happened, and then B, he's so smug about it, and he's just carrying on as normal, and it's like, what the fuck? What happened there? What's going on? He's like, shit.
I'm just going through through the video on my phone, looking at his face.
Oh, looking at his face.
He's genuinely shocked.
He is. It's brilliant, that face.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's good.
He's such a good actor. You know, you can see it in his eyes that he's horrified at this situation and that he's back.
Yeah.
And that line, it's great, and it's nice because it harks back to the old films and when you had quips made by Sean and George and Roger, and I could easily hear Pierce say that line.
Yeah, I could too.
Or Roger, or Sean, or even George. I'm not sure about Tim. I was thinking about this. He's the only one that I'm like, ooh, could Tim get away with that line? I'm not so sure. I mean, Tim does have some jokey lines now and again, doesn't he? But
salt corrosion.
Yeah,
not many good ones.
He's not very good at them, though, is he? He's so serious. He's such a sort of thespian that he struggles with those one-liners, I think, personally.
Well, surely if you're a thespian, it means you're a really good actor.
Oh, yes. And
so
he is
a really good actor should be able to deliver.
Be able to do comedy.
Yeah. Not thespian. Doesn't mean that you can just do seriousness.
Well, isn't thespian Shakespeare?
Oh, Rob, you're going to make me Google shit
I think
live
it might be, you know. I think thespian is a Shakespearean actor.
Is that what a thespian is?
I think so.
All right.
That's my understanding of it. I don't think thespian is just good actor full stop.
Thespian meaning. A thespian is a fancy word for actor, since this word is related to Thespis, the guy who first took the stage in ancient Greek. You can feel real scholarly using the word thespian. As an adjective, you can use the word thespian to describe something that is related to drama. Nothing to do with Shakespeare.
Nothing to do with Shakespeare. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, thank you.
No, thank you for sending me down that fucking rabbit hole halfway through the podcast.
But yeah, no, I mean,
right.
But it's nice that Daniel can carry it off, you know, and I think he does it well, that line. So what about you? What are your thoughts on this?
I love the arrogance when he just goes, you know, get to a hospital. I will, yeah, as soon as I won this game. And it's like, he means it. It's like, I've got to win the game first, and then I'll be off. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but he knows he's going to win the game. He knows that once he's back in there, he's got his man.
He is arrogant, isn't he? Yeah.
I think that's probably all we've got for that minute. Anyway, Rob, shall we hit upon some news? Because we're cracking on, aren't we?
Gentlemen and ladies, hold the presses. This just in.
All right, what's happening out there, Rob?
Well, we've got some news, haven't we?
Yes.
Well, we've got big news today.
Oh.
Actually, the Golden Bullet Award nominations came out, didn't they?
They did, Rob. They did.
And guess who got nominated for Best Bond Podcast?
Well, I think the Spy Hards are in there.
Right.
Is it the Spy Hards or just Spy Hards?
Spy Hards.
Just Spy. It's a good name for a podcast. I wish I had that.
It's not just James Bond, though. They do all spy films. They're very good.
Yeah.
And they are friends of ours.
Yes. We have really 007.
Oh, yes. The Northern Lads.
Yeah. How many of them are there?
Don't know.
Like 20 of them?
20.
Feels like it.
Well, I think there were 3 brothers, and then they have two or 3 mates who often come on the show.
Right.
There's always quite a few, yeah. But yeah, well done to them.
And who else? Oh, being James Bond, Joe Darlington.
Oh, now that's a bit. He's only done like 2.
I said it
How
was.
can he get nominated?
So
it's a bloody fix.
I got on the.
If he wins, I tell you, it's a bloody fix.
Rob's waving his finger. You can tell he's mad.
Yes. Well, he's only just appeared back on the circuit. How can he be nominated?
He's the longest running James Bond podcast.
Well, so what? He's only done about 2 episodes this year. They must be scraping the barrel.
They could be very good episodes, Rob.
Well, yes. This is true.
I like so. All right, so Joe Darlington has been. I spoke to Joe earlier as well. I said congratulations.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And you said, how did you wrangle that? Did you
said, how
pay him? How much did you pay him?
I said you fucking timed your run just right. Just coming back on the scene in time for award season.
Yes.
Award season.
Anyone else nominated?
I'm looking in the paperwork. Who wrote it? What was his name? It's us! It's us!
Hey!
We've just distorted. We've blown everyone's eardrums. We've frightened the dog. But well done. Well, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well
thank
done,
you for shaking
Pete.
it.
Well done, Pete.
Look, it comes
it's
down.
It's nice to be nominated. We don't have to win. It's not about the winning. Everyone's good. We got a nomination, so that's lovely. So thank you to all our listeners who nominated us.
So
we do mean that.
Jumping
Very
ahead
kind.
to listener mail just very quickly. Michael D. Kenyon said, "Congratulations on the nomination." I said, "Thank you." I said, "So that's me, Rob, and Michael Kenyon that voted." And he comes back with, "Are you sure Rob voted?"
I didn't actually.
There you go. There you go. How did I know? Well, at least you know it's authentic. Then.
I didn't vote for any of it.
Great. All right. Well, so you other nominations in the other categories you got.
We haven't got time to go through them all.
Fuck them. No, we ain't got it.
No.
Okay.
We've got
What's
Barbie
next?
dolls to get through.
You want to do Barbie dolls?
Yes.
Ooh.
So have you seen this craze this week? So these AI Barbie dolls and accessories everyone's been doing online. So it's ChatGPT, isn't it? You just put whatever you want into ChatGPT, and it makes this doll based on the information that you give it, and it's a bit weird, isn't it?
It's really good, though, isn't it? It's just
so
very good.
have you seen any of like people that you know?
So I saw the Baaahhhnd Experience. Baaahhhnd Experience.
Oh
did
yes,
one.
he did, didn't he?
He did a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think they look weird when it's someone you know. It looks a bit creepy, and the really creepy one is Matt Wood of Shake Not Stir, because his doll actually gets out of the box and walks.
I know there's some proper.
I don't like that.
How did he do that?
It creeps me out.
That's
does.
like Toy Story effects.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I was watching that. I'm like, how is he doing this?
It's really creepy.
Pure
Does it not
wizardry.
creep you out?
No, I was just impressed that he fucking managed to do it.
I'm not a fan of dolls. I think they're a bit scary.
I'm just about capable of downloading apps. That's about my limit, and that's not always a given. I did like the ones that MI6 put up with some of the Bond characters and the ancillary henchmen and stuff like that. Did you see some of those?
Yes. So this is it. Yeah. So people have been doing Bond ones, haven't they? So someone did. People from the Living Daylights. There was the jailer from the Living Daylights.
Yep.
And then there was the guy from the Living Daylights that Julie T. Wallace smothers in her ample bosom.
That's a good one. I like that.
And then there was someone else from the Living Daylights. I can't remember who it was now.
They had the guy that got beat up by.
Oh yes, it was what's his name?
The chef.
Yeah.
Not the chef.
Someone four. What's he called?
Green Four.
Green Four.
Yeah.
The guy at the
good.
Blade and Safe House.
Yeah, that's good.
Who's in the kitchen and has the fight. Yeah, I think
with Necros, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Necros. Yeah. So, that was cool. And then someone did one of Mrs. Bell. That was really cool.
Really good.
Yeah, I like
that's
that
a good
one.
So I'm looking at all these thinking, that's what Funko Pops should have been, if you know what I mean. Because I look at Funko Pops and I go, I just look at that and think that's landfill. That's just going to fucking landfill in 10 months' time. You know, it's going to hit bargain basement, then landfill. It takes up too much real estate in the Bond collection for people to hang on to them. So, but these are actually funny. They've got something to them.
They are.
You know, they're retro. They're also personalised with the accessories.
If you, so what would your accessories be then if you did one?
Of me?
Yeah.
I would probably I do green sludges, don't I? I do the probiotic enzyme shakes every
God,
morning.
Yeah, you
so
do.
I would have my green. You didn't drink mine. I made it for you the other night when you stayed round for Gather Small
It's
2.
horrible.
Yeah, you didn't drink it.
I don't want to. It's horrible.
Oh god.
Well, I'm like that's. I'm doing something Bondian. I'm saying
Yeah.
best place for it. Pour it down the lavatory. That's what he said, Inspector.
I made it especially for you, not to pour down the fucking lavatory. I would have my green shake. I would probably have a microphone because podcasting. I don't know.
Microphone would be good. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'd have? I'd have two things connected with the weather: umbrella and sunglasses. You've always got to be prepared.
Yeah. I was thinking more of a barometer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I used to have one of those actually in the house.
Would you be on a... Oh, wait. Around the house when you do the garden, do you ever sit down lawnmower? I bet you do.
No.
You don't?
No.
You got a push-pull me one.
It's a petrol lawnmower. Yeah,
I think you should have that because I imagine you and your...
lawnmower.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, if you buy me one for Christmas.
Fucking hell, what do you
nice.
think I am? Last week it was socks. This week it's bloody lawnmowers. High expectations. I did think of a good character, Dink.
Oh yes.
But with like from behind with a hand smack mark on her ass. And maybe some massage lotion. Or
that
something,
would have to be her accessories.
Yeah.
Massage lotion. Yeah, and a towel.
Yeah.
That would be good. Margaret
that'd be
Nolan as Dink. Yeah, jolly good.
We should do it.
And also this week, did you see David Zawitsky did a video about anniversaries, Bond anniversaries?
Oh yes,
It's
yes,
quite
yep.
interesting.
Yep.
I had a listen to this, and he was talking about, this is a thing now. You know, people never used to do this, celebrate the anniversaries of Bond films, and now it's quite good because they can sit down on the anniversary of a film and have a beer and maybe have some popcorn and all that. I was thinking, I've been doing that myself for years.
Mm-hmm. Just you and Vespa.
I've got this little notebook at home with all the titles of all my films on Blu-ray and their premiere dates. And so that's what I do. That's when I watch them, and I have my little book. And this week was the anniversary, I think it was the 58th anniversary actually, of Casino Royale 67. So I sat and watched that on Saturday with my glass of wine and the Vespa. But I didn't just watch the Blu-ray though. Oh no, I watched the Raymond Benson edit. Okay. Now, do you know anything about the Raymond Benson edit?
No.
Right. So I'll keep it brief. Basically, the reason that film is such a fucking mess is because Peter Sellers didn't like the fact that his character came into the film quite far in. I think it was like I think it was like an hour in or over an hour in. His character came in and was like, I'm not having that. So they had to change the order of some of the scenes to bring him in, I think 45 minutes in. And it just screwed the whole story of the film. And it meant that it just is really haphazard and doesn't make much sense. And it's a fucking mess. So he put this thing up on Facebook saying, if you want to make it a better film, watch it in this order. Which I then did. And it's literally, I think it's just swapping a couple of scenes around. But you start at the beginning, you go to 44 minutes in, and then you skip to just over an hour. Watch it to an hour and 22. Then you skip back to the 44 minutes. Watch it up to that hour. Then jump back to 1 hour 22 and you watch to the end. And that makes sense. It actually makes sense. So I have actually re-edited the film in that order. I ripped the Blu-ray into my edit suite and I have that saved on a drive now and I watch it in that order. And it's actually quite a good film. And I personally, I know you were hesitant about even mentioning this film, but I love it. I love Casino Royale 67 and I would watch it over Never Say Never Again any day. Any day. I mean, it's got a great score. That wonderful score by Burt Bacharach is terrific. Are you a fan of the score, Pete?
I am a fan of the score. That's probably the only redeemable thing about that film. I think the film is terrible.
Do you have it on Blu-ray?
I do have it on Blu-ray, yes.
Oh,
yes,
good.
I do. Hey,
Good.
do you want to see something quite interesting? Roger's
What?
going nuts behind you because there's a big fox in the garden.
Oh, no.
You see it? See the fox?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Massive fox over there. Yeah. Oh, Rog, shh. Roger, let him out. He's gonna bark at the thing. Sorry. No. Well, look, I don't think it's just a fucking maniac. You see how it goes? I should have filmed that actually. That's
He's
more
going to attack the fox, isn't he? There's going
He
to be
won't catch
bloodshed
him.
in the garden at this rate. Right. So that was Casino Royale.
Yep,
So
okay, very good.
you don't rate it. I do. I think it's a good film. And if anyone's interested in that order, let us know, and I will give you the Raymond Benson cut. Because it makes a big difference.
I just think it makes a very hard film even harder if you have to start doing all that sort of stuff. But fair enough.
We can blame Peter Sellers.
Do you want to do Horowitz?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Tell me what's going on with Horowitz.
So Anthony Horowitz, he was on BBC Breakfast this week.
Yep.
Being interviewed. I noticed that he said it was a mistake killing Bond. And I was like, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I agree with him. But then but he also was like, I don't understand, quite frankly, how people can say something like, they've killed him, what they're going to do now? You know, it's like, he's dead. How are they going to make any more films? And so, hang on a minute. It's all self-contained. All the Daniel Craig films are self-contained.
All right, let's hear him what he's saying.
Yes.
I've been involved in the book seller because, of course, I wrote 3 original James Bond novels. And I think Barbara Broccoli did an absolutely brilliant job in the years that she was in charge. But David Heyman, who I have met in the past, is a fantastic. He's the man behind the Harry Potter films, and he's probably our most successful producer, if not in the UK, the entire world. And I think the show with him and Amy Pascal is going to be in safe hands. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I do think it was a mistake, if I may say so, to kill Bond at the end of the last film. And I regretted seeing that, because Bond, you can't kill him. He is an icon. He is a legend. He is so much part. He was a huge part of my life. But that's a sort of a hurdle they're going to have to overcome. Probably, I imagine, by ignoring it completely. But I'm positive. I can't wait to see what they do next. Is that what you think? You just pretend that didn't exist. So what are you going to do? Have him wake up in a shower and it was all a dream? I mean, he was blown to smithereens and he swallowed poison and he was drowned in acid. I mean, he was killed big time.
Yeah, okay. He wasn't drowned in acid. What's he talking about? He didn't swallow poison.
Well, there was poison, wasn't there?
Yeah, but he didn't swallow.
I don't think he was drowned in acid.
That's what he says.
No, he was in. They had that fight, didn't they? In the garden.
Yeah, but he didn't.
And then he got stabbed, didn't he? And he
hold on, I want to play the. I'll play the last. Play the last. Am I right?
I think he's
ignoring it completely. But I'm positive. I can't wait to see what they do next. Is that what you think? You just pretend that didn't exist. So what are you going to do? Have him wake up in a shower and it was all a dream? I mean, he was blown to smithereens and he swallowed poison and he was drowned in acid. I mean, he was killed big time.
All right, okay. Look, I get the nuts and bolts. I agree with him that it was a mistake.
So do I.
I can't imagine why he's saying that they can't dig themselves out of this hole, especially as he's a writer and being creative. He goes, I'm sure there's a way that you can do this. By the way, series and franchises reboot all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I mean, it was a reboot with Casino Royale.
So that's a bit... I can't understand why he's drowned in acid. That's a weird thing for him to throw in. But look, I think what is important when they reboot the next James Bond franchise is that they have a very good introduction. Right, so I don't want it like Batman. When the latest Batman, he just kind of like walks into a crime scene. They're like, "Oh, hello, Batman. You're right. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How you doing? Yeah, good. Oh, check it out." I'm like, "Fuck it, it's Batman. Let's just have something really, really cool happening, like a silhouette." Like, so you have Sean coming in, Dr. No, brilliant introduction. Dalton, brilliant introduction to Bond. Lazenby, brilliant. All like kind of in the car, lighting a cigarette.
I didn't think Roger's introduction
was terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
It was.
Oh, not expecting anyone, are you? Right. Is that fucking it? Is that what we're getting as Bond just walking into the scene in your robe? Anyway. So Brozza, great. Brozza's probably the best.
No, I disagree. Sean's the best.
Oh, well, look.
And I think Tim's is better than Pierce's as well. I love Tim. That shot of Tim on the rock.
So
he's James Bond.
My point is, just have a really good fucking introduction to the next Bond. It's been done 1,000 times. Don't worry about it. So you're right. They will just ignore it because they'll just reboot it.
Yeah, and it's strange that he even says that.
Yeah.
It's like, how are they going to get out of this? Or we're going to wake up, it's been a dream. It's like, what are you talking about? Anyway. But Easter's coming.
No, Rob, we're not doing Easter chocolates.
I like chocolate and hot cross buns.
You're part of the problem. Right, okay, so that was the news. Rob, let's do the last minute. We've got minute 100, Rob. And minute 100 is brought to you by Wild and Heart. Fuck. Wild and Heart razors. My favourite razor brand, Rob. Not your favourite razor brand, no. But you like the look of it. I showed it to you the other day, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I shaved, I would buy it.
WH20. Maybe you could shave like for the last minute. That would be something, wouldn't it? For the last minute of the film.
No, because I'll have a mark on my face where...
Yeah, you'll look all blotchy for the photos.
Because by then it'll be the summer and I'll have a tan and I'll have this big white mark with a beard used
I take it all back. Don't use the razor that is endorsing and sponsoring the show.
Then I'll have to go to Boots and buy some fake tan.
All right, so let's get to... We left it. The big blind was up to 1 million, Rob. So we are going to...
You didn't let me talk about Easter.
I'm not...
Next week, after Easter, we can talk about...
Talk about it next Easter.
And hot cross buns.
Someone talk about hot cross buns. Right, here we go.
Four players. Is your bet? Is your bond? Check.
24 million in the pot already.
Check. Or check. Four players. Check.
All in. 6 million.
Bet. 6 million. All in. $5 million. All in. Bet is 6 million.
Oh, Rob, what's the sheaf gonna do? It's on the sheaf. Well, it's heating up, isn't it? Lots of check. It's a bit of a checky minute.
So the stakes are getting higher and higher, aren't they, Pete?
They are, yeah.
Everything's getting more tense.
Are you getting tense?
And you can hear it in the music, David Arnold's music, can't you? He's not overdoing it, like the tense. He's not like the dramatic music we just had in the car.
No.
It's subtle tension.
Yeah.
It's good though. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm liking what he's doing with the music.
I'm glad there's a few checks going over the top of it, actually, Rob, because in the scenes where it's just the music, Spotify flag it up.
Yeah. We're gonna have to talk over it, aren't we? So they don't.
Spotify messaged me and goes, "Hey, we're going to take some of your podcasts down." I'm like, "Why? Well, you're playing unlicensed music. Unless you got a license." I'm like, I don't. Some minutes are better than others, Rob, and I think this minute, it's almost 1 minute that sets up the next few minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's and they talk about it a bit in the commentary, don't they? About the camera angles getting tighter, so heighten the tension. So they're getting more in on the faces, aren't they? And everything's just sort of. Yeah, I don't know.
You got to make it different. This is what they were saying, that you can't have each poker scene with the same angles. They have to have, like, the one before he got poisoned was like the wide angle lens, and you could see it was done at a different angle, and then this one is now zeroing in. It's kind of over the shoulder of Bond as well, so
they're getting much tighter.
Yeah, you've got half of the face of Lashif. Just
you
his
do,
eye
don't you?
in,
There's a little over the shoulder shot, isn't there, of Lashif's face, and you can see a little bit of Bond in there, which is quite cool.
You know what they call that on Instagram?
What?
Disruptive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
When you see
got a little bit of a person.
Yeah, you got a person, but most of the shot is blurred and irrelevant. Like you're taking a picture of something with a big tree in front, and all you want to see is something on the other side of the tree.
They call it that on Instagram, or is that a photographic term?
No, it was a trend. It was a
really.
Yeah.
God, you're down with the kids, aren't you? Knowing this shit.
Should have been up for Instagram Man of the Year or the Bullet Award. Well, I think this is a minute that tees up the next few minutes, because it's a pivotal couple of minutes coming up.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a shame that the 100th minute is a bit check.
It is. Check. Never mind. I don't think they realised this would be happening.
Yeah, they didn't anticipate. Rob, shall we get to some listener mail?
Yes, let's do it.
Do you have any messages for me?
I have a small surprise from your friends back at the barracks.
Excellent. We have been granted an audience.
Okay, Rob. Well, we got another message from our friend David Zritsky from the Baaahhnd Experience.
Oh, yes.
Nominated
What's he got to say
for
this
Man
week?
of the Year.
Yes, and many other categories.
And every other category.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not in our category, though, is he?
He's not, and he has a podcast.
He does. Very good one. Yeah, very good one.
Yes.
Okay, ready. Here's David. Oh, Rob. Wait. I got the jingle.
David, talk to me.
Now talk.
Great. Jingles are important.
Okay,
here's David.
Hey, Pete. It's David Zaritsky. Hey, I appreciate giving me Rob's address. I'm actually outside his place, and for the life of me, the code is not working. It's cold out here. The weather, as usual, is rainy, and I am getting poured on, man. Is there any way that you could check that code again? Worst comes to worst, I do have a crowbar. I think I can get through the window, but listen, all the stuff that I have in this box that I'm going to leave in his under his bed, it's spoiling. That's the thing about human remains. It rots quickly, especially in this balmy weather you guys have here. Hold on a second. I think his garage is wedged open. Let me go check on that. Maybe I'll get in through there.
Oh, well, brilliant.
Oh,
do you like the fact that he put in the street sounds as well? He went the extra mile.
Yeah.
But wait. We have another. We've got a follow-up.
Oh, really? Or has he got in now?
Okay, Pete, I got in. I'm listening because I have no idea if he's in the house or not. He very well may be. First of all, did you know about this secret room that he has when you pull the toy Herbie Love bug back and it opens up? Dude, I have never seen so many masks with zippers on. What on earth is with the mask with the zippers and all these like red balls with like straps on them? What is actually going on? Jeez, look at the whips. I guess he's into Indiana Jones. I guess. I don't know. But listen, I got everything well situated. He'll never notice the stuff under his bed until it's too late. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And you know what? I think Rob is going to be better off because of this. Now, about that room with all those toys. Yikes.
You got loads of whips. What are you doing?
Hilarious. Oh, dear.
Oh, my word.
Well, hopefully that's the end now.
Do you think that might be the... do you think that's
this nonsense, I think.
Do you think that's the finale?
I think it must be, yes. I mean, where do you go from here?
Well, we'll find out next week, I'm sure. It'll be outside your work.
Any serious listener mail, please?
What did we have? Is there any listener mail?
Is that it?
I think that might be it. Look, I'll tell you what, that might be all we have time for. Anywho, yeah, let's get out of here. We've got to do a Patreon show, Rob. We've got to do another recording. So, no.
Hang on, welcome, James. We got a Patreon subscriber.
No, wait. We do have a bit of listener mail. Bond Uncovered says, Norwegian Heather Honey. I think it was from Fortnum and Masons, and that's been discontinued. That's what we were talking about.
That's what you were thinking about.
I do love a correction, so thank you. And by the way, a couple of ways to get in touch. There will be bond@gmail.com, or just leave a note on the YouTube video because we upload the audio to our YouTube channel, so you can always comment on that.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have a new patron subscriber. Yay! Thank you, Lloyd Nance. You get a welcome, James.
Welcome, James.
And
Lloyd Nance. I know Lloyd Nance.
You do?
Yeah, he was in the Bahamas with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you
lovely
meet him?
Guy.
Yeah?
Really nice guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook. I didn't know he'd become a patron.
Good guy.
Oh,
thanks,
Lloyd.
Right. And Paul Giacap... Murdering your name. Paul Giacap... You have a go at that.
Paul Giacapazzi.
All right, Paul Giacapazzi. You bought a map, so you get a thank you from him.
No, thank you.
God, can it get any worse? All right. Sorry, Paul. Right, okay, let's get out of here. First, before we do, you got to sign up to the YouTube. This week, we posted a 7-minute video of underwater Bond locations. I filmed that in Silver Springs in Florida. That's in some of the stuff in Moonraker, although it didn't make the final film. But worth checking out. And we're coming up to 3,000 subscribers. I feel like I've been saying that for a while now, Rob. So let's get to YouTube. Let's sign up and get us over the line. Then you won't have to hear me talking about signing up to YouTube.
Oh, no, you've still got to sign up to get over 3,000.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got to get to David Zawitsky levels, haven't we?
Definitely. Well, we've got to go for...
We've got a long way to go.
Only another 70... Has he got 100,000?
I don't know. Listen, we haven't got time to stop.
No.
We've got another minute to do.
All right, come on.
Yes.
All
anyway.
Right.
But and the newsletter, sign up to that. That's free.
That's free.
Yeah, from taylorswithlove.com. You just go on there and sign up to the newsletter.
Thank you, Rob. All right, brilliant. Well, I think
review us.
Yes.
You can review us on iTunes or Spotify. Leave a 5-star review.
An honest 5-star review.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I met someone at the weekend who said, "I love the podcast, Rob. Loving the podcast."
Love it. Was it a stranger?
No.
He didn't recognise you?
No, he's an old colleague.
Yeah.
And it was his 50th birthday and he's loving it. So he promised to leave a 5-star review.
An honest 5-star review.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
didn't you ask him to sign up and he said, "I don't like it that much"?
Well, yeah, I did. I tried to bribe him and get him to pay us for Patreon, but no, he wasn't interested. But thank you, Paul Hammond. Shout out to Paul Hammond.
All right. Brilliant. Let's crack on. All right, Rob, thanks for... Fucking hell, the cat's going mad. The cat is stuck. Rob, the cat's stuck. The cat's stuck in the rug. No. Mishka. All right, don't worry. Hey. Rob is trying to free the cat.
Might have to cut it free.
I'm not cutting the cat. It's a living thing. Oh, the rug. Oh, there you go. Well done. Oh, dear. Jesus Christ. What a finale.
I see that happening on air.
Until next time. You got to do a ciao.
Ciao.
Rob, I've never met anyone so offended by a fart.
That's revolting.
What?
You're absolutely disgusting.
We're men together.
I open the door for you and you fart right in my face.
What about that?
Disgusting. It's not funny, it's rude.
Rob.
Don't fart on someone's face when they open the door for you.
Rob, you sound like a woman. We're guys. We should be smelling each other's farts.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
We should be grading them.
It's disgusting.
Should be going,
well,
remember that fart you did in the
well,
studio?
That's not how I was brought up. You might have been dragged up to smell other men's farts. I certainly wasn't. My God.